not updated this vlog in like 3 days. It is now Wednesday, May 10th. I think the last time I updated this was on Monday, the 8th. It's hard. I'm having a hard time getting back into the swing of vlogging, filming clips, all that stuff. So I'm trying to slowly like reacclimate myself and remind myself to film. I had really gotten into a good like rhythm and had really gotten used to filming throughout the day, picking up the camera, talking to the camera, updating all the things. And I definitely fell out of that as we were on vacation and I have not been vlogging. So I need to slowly work myself back up to where I was. But I thought that I would do a quick reading update because I never did that the other day. So I did show a little clip a second ago. Last night I did finish A Court of Wings and Ruin. Every time I read this series, this is like the 5th time I've read the series, I can never decide. I like go back and forth between which book is my favorite, whether it's A Court of Mist and Fury or A Court of Wings and Ruin. I do love Akamath because I just love the whole premise of Feyre going in and like playing the whole like covert spy type role, you know, when she's forced back into Tamlin's court. I love to see it. I love to see the revenge. I love to see the way she she does destroys the Spring Court from within, to see like her thought process and the way she's almost kind of playing a game of chess like within the court, and she's trying to always be like 2 steps ahead and have this whole like long game planned out. I just love to see that, and definitely makes my little like vengeful heart happy. And although in the end I do kind of feel bad for Tamlin, but not really. So again, it's hard for me to decide which book I love more. I love especially towards the end of this book, like the sister dynamic, seeing the 3 sisters come together, the part at the end with their dad. Obviously I know that doesn't last very long, especially for Nesta and Feyre, but yeah, there are definitely aspects of both books that I really love. This, as always, was a 5-star. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this series. Every time I read it, there are things that I had forgotten about, or things that I didn't necessarily pick up on the first time or the first several times. And yeah, I just really love this series. I am going to be picking up A Court of Silver Flames at some point, which I can say is my favorite book in the series, although I don't know if it's technically considered part of the actual like original trilogy, I guess. I am going to read, I got an audiobook of A Court of Frost and Starlight, is it? Like the novella? Got an audiobook of it, and it's like a dramatized version of the story. So it has like a full cast and like a musical score and all this stuff, which I've never listened to before. I have listened to the whole series through audiobook, including that book, but I've never listened to like the dramatized version of it. So I'm excited to see how that goes. So I'm going to listen to that, but it's quick. I think it's like a 6-hour audiobook, so it'll be a few hours. And then eventually I'll pick up Court of Silver Flames. It won't be right away because I know that once I start it, I won't be able to put it down. That's what always happens with these books. I start them and then I can't put them down, and like to the detriment of all my other reading. So I'm going to wait to pick it up and try to finish the things that I am working on. So let me show you what else I currently have going. So I have 2 arcs that I need to read. So I have 2 arcs that I need to read this month. The first one being A Heart Worth Stealing. This is an arc that I received from Shadow Mountain Publishing. This is like a Regency proper romance. I never really read these. I don't usually like them, but I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it goes. It's fairly short, so it shouldn't take me too long, so I'm gonna see how that goes. And then I have this one I'm excited about. Beauty Reborn, which is also from Shadow Mountain Publishing. I think this comes out sometime this month. It may have just come out, actually, and it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Again, it's pretty short, so I'm gonna try to finish both of these. And then I have, which I think I've talked about, but I have The Paper Daughters of Chinatown, which is a like middle grade young reader adaptation of an adult book. The adult version came out in like 2019, I believe, and I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite books of the year. And Shadow Mountain recently put out a middle grade version. So I already started that. I am like 60, almost 70 pages in, so I'm working on that as well. I have several ebooks that I'm reading as well, so let me pull that up and tell you guys. Oh, of course, as soon as I go to tell you guys, that happens. So I did use this like on the plane for several hours, so I definitely need to be charged. Let me do that, and then I will come back and I will update you guys on the ebooks that I'm reading. I did want to also tell you guys about the audiobooks that I'm listening to, because I'm listening to a few of them. The first is, I'll put the covers over here. The first is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've been reading this on and off for several months. It keeps getting taken back from the library before I can finish it, but I should be able to finish it this go around. I'm 90% in, so hopefully I can finish it today or tomorrow. This is the final book in the Inheritance Game series. I love this series. The Hawthorne brothers are some of my favorite, like all-time favorite characters, so I am set to finish the series, but also I know that Jennifer Lynn Barnes has more books like within this world, and she's doing books for each of the individual brothers, which I'm really excited about. So while this like main portion of the series is coming to an end, there are still books within the world, so I'm happy about that. The next book is the London _Séance Society. I'm only 8% in, so I'm like very early in. It is pretty good so far. This is about a girl whose sister was a like aspiring like medium, and she ends up being killed, and so now her sister is trying to become a medium herself to try to communicate with her deceased sister. I'm not sure where it's gonna go. There is also, so the main character, I forget her name, but Lena, I think she is working under like a famous psychic medium, and there's a point of view from her, or one of the point of views is from her, and then there's another point of view from a man, I don't remember his name, who is part of the London Séance Society. So I'm assuming at some point their stories are gonna like come together. Not sure how, but so far it's pretty good. But like I said, it's still early. I'm only 8% in, so we'll see how the rest of that goes. And the next audiobook I'm listening to is Slúfa by Brahm. I am 30% of the way into this. It's not the type of book I usually read. It is about like witchcraft and like the devil and demons, and set during like Puritan times, you know, very heavily like influenced by like the Salem witch trials and like that kind of time. And it's definitely different than anything I've read. It's good. There's not like a ton of like fast moving plot. I mean, there's a plot, but it's not very like action packed or like fast moving. But so far it's pretty good. Like I said, I'm only 30% in, so we'll see what else happens. Next book that I'm reading is called A Man Called Ova, I think is how you pronounce it, by Frederick Backman. I am like 15% in, so not very far. I do know generally what's gonna happen. I did see the movie A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks, which is the movie version of the book. For whatever reason, they changed the main character's name in the book. I guess probably for like easier pronunciation. The book was really, the movie was very good. I love Tom Hanks, so I'm a little bit biased, but I really liked the movie, so I do have an idea of what is going to happen. But there are a few changes within the book that I've like come upon so far. So far I'm liking it. Those are all the audiobooks I'm listening to for now. I do have a few like other ones on the back burner, but I'm trying to finish these before I start anything new, so I will talk about those later on in the week if I get to them. But otherwise, yeah, once my Kindle charges, I'll give you guys an update on the ebooks that I'm reading. So it is a little bit later. It's after 4 now. Nick went to go take his car to have some service done to it, or some modifications done to it. And he's not back yet, so I am hanging out on the couch with my Kindle and this little girl here. And I have some Disney ambiance music playing. Morning guys, welcome back. So it is Friday, May 12th now? Yeah, May 12th. I am currently doing a quick Starbucks run before I have to start work. It's been a pretty busy week, work-wise. This vlog has definitely kind of been all over the place. I keep forgetting to pick the camera up, and yeah, it's just been kind of like not cohesive and all over the place, but I'm gonna post it up anyways. I'm trying to get back into the routine of vlogging, and the only way I'm gonna do that is by actually vlogging. So it's still gonna go up. Hopefully, you know, next week will be better. Has been a pretty productive week though. I have managed to stay on top of the like content schedule that I had set up for myself, and I've gotten a couple of vlogs like uploaded and edited, and I've been able to do some writing, and got the house cleaned up because we're having the family over for Mother's Day on Sunday. And so yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I did finish Beauty Reborn last night, which was a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm kind of like stuck between if I should give it 3 stars or 4 stars. It was good. I liked it. There were some differences, you know, between like the original story. There were some things that were changed up. In this version, Beauty has siblings, and there's no like character called Gaston. The like would-be Gaston in the story, his name is Steven, and he doesn't play like that huge of a part. Like you don't see him on page. It's more like her dealing with like the aftermath and like the trauma of him, than him being like actually on page. Really more the villain in the story was her sister. And she never actually said like what happened to the sister, but hopefully she got what she deserved, because the sister was a bitch in this story. But I liked it. There was nothing. I'm struggling to put it into 4 stars because there was nothing like, I don't know, to put it into a 4 star. For me, like 3 stars is a good rating. That means it was a good book. It was solid. There was nothing like really wrong with it. And I feel like this was more than just good. But I'm struggling to really decipher like what makes it more than just good. What's the one thing that would kind of notch it up into a 4 star? And I'm struggling to find that. So I don't usually do like half ratings or 3 point whatevers, you know. But I kind of feel like that's what it would be, like a 3.7 or something maybe. Like not quite a 4 star, but not really a 3 star either. I liked it. There are probably some trigger warnings that are needed. This is a spoiler, but there's rape in this book. It's not on page, and it's definitely not like described in detail or anything, but it is mentioned, it is talked about, and it is like alluded to, like you know that that's what happened, but it's not like actually on page. And yeah, so that one's done. I am still working on a Heart Worth Stealing. I'm like 30% of the way into that. And then, okay, so I got my Starbucks. I got one for my husband too. My like Starbucks order always changes up. I never get like the same thing. Sometimes I'll get like a dirty chai. Sometimes I'll get a vanilla sweet cream cold brew, which is what this is. Sometimes I'll just get iced coffee. Sometimes I'll get like a caramel macchiato. I'm always like switching it up. I never get the same drink all the time. So this is a vanilla sweet cream cold brew with cold foam on top. I got this more because like I was in a hurry. I almost have to clock in for work, so I didn't have time to really like sit and think about what I wanted. But at this point, it's caffeine. It's what I need. It's good enough. We're gonna be going out to dinner tonight for our anniversary since we couldn't last weekend because we were both sick. We were gonna do Korean barbecue, but it's kind of expensive. It ends up being like, by the time you add tip, it ends up being like almost $100. And we didn't really want to spend it that much. So I think we might just go to Yard House instead. That is like my favorite restaurant. Their jambalaya, I get it with like pasta with linguine instead of rice, and it is so good. I could eat Yard House like every day, honestly. I've never had something at Yard House that I didn't like. So Nick was unsure if that's where he wanted to go, but I'm totally fine with that. Like I said, it's like my favorite restaurant. So I think we're gonna go there. And then I think tomorrow's just gonna be like a normal Saturday, going to church, doing all that. And then Sunday, my siblings and my parents are gonna come over in the morning, and we're gonna have like donuts and stuff, and give my mom her Mother's Day present, all that. For her, I know it's more about just like having all the kids together. So I figured having everybody come to the house would be easier than trying to get everybody into a restaurant. And especially on Mother's Day, the waits are always crazy, and sometimes my brother, like the youngest brother, doesn't always have money to like pay for himself to eat out. So I figured it'd just be easier to have everybody over at our house. So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully that all goes well. And then next, I think it's next weekend, is the new Fast and Furious movie. So we'll go see that. And then on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday actually, is Nick's appointment with his doctor, where he'll have the follow-up about the biopsy, and we'll find out what they found out when they did the biopsy. So praying that everything with that is going well. Hopefully they can just adjust his medications or put him on a new medication or do something to help his kidney that is not having to go back on dialysis, or God forbid having to go, you know, on the transplant list. So this will be up on Monday. So if you watch this before Tuesday, before that appointment, if you could send us prayers, good thoughts, good vibes, all the things, so that hopefully he does not need a new kidney and have to get on the transplant list and all that. So yeah, I'm pulling into the house now. I have to clock in for work, but I will check back in once I get in and get settled. Hey guys, so I am in bed right now. As you can see, I'm working for bed today, or at least part of this morning. I have my Starbucks, already started working. I'm gonna start a new show. You can see that on Hulu. It's called Class of '09. It's like a police procedural type of show, where they're like in this Class of '09 meets for the first time in Quantico. So it's kind of like Criminal Minds, profilers, investigators, that kind of thing, which I love. So I'm excited to start it. I've been seeing like advertisements for it for a while, and it has some actors in it that I really like. So currently there's 2 episodes out, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it and see what I think. I will let you guys know. I usually like to have something on in the background while I work, and then I will catch you guys up on my reading in a little bit. Currently about only like 5 pages into Heart Worth Stealing, and I think I already have an idea where this is going. This is like, I believe I said this earlier, it's like a proper romance set in the 1800s, so 1802 in England, and starts off with a woman, I don't even know if it said her name, but a woman whose father recently died, and she is now like his heir, and she is running the household and the estate, and their farm, I'm assuming. And she has had what she is classifying as a string of bad luck, but now she has the like constable and like a detective at her house because she's saying that her father's pocket watch was stolen. And the constable, I think, asked her, like, has anything else happened? Did they take anything else? And she doesn't want to mention this string of bad luck that she's supposed to be been having, of like sheep dying and flooding like in her land or something. And she doesn't want to mention it because she doesn't want the constable or the person in charge thinking that she's incapable of running the household and running the business or the farm or whatever it is. And I can already see where this is going. It's probably somebody messing with her because she's a woman and they don't want her to be in charge. She shouldn't be the heir. There should be a man in charge of the household, yada yada. That same like theme is one of the reasons why I don't like these books. I get that it's like historically accurate, but it's just not my favorite like trope to read about. So it's already not going very well. Not that there's necessarily anything inherently wrong with it. So far the writing's fine. It's nothing like that. It's just not something that I personally enjoy reading. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. But yeah, I thought that I would give you guys a little update as I start here in the beginning, and we'll see where it goes. So I will update you in a bit. Welcome back. Good morning. So it is Saturday morning now. It is Saturday the 13th. It is 11 a.m. We are getting ready for the day, getting ready to go out. I'm not sure what we're doing today. We may go to the mall. Nick wants to look at some shoes for his anniversary present. And yeah, we had a good time last night. We went out to dinner for anniversary. Did some grocery shopping, stuff like that. I feel like a lot of times I see so many people talking about how like on their anniversaries they end up at like Costco and like doing the adult thing, and that was definitely us yesterday. Went out to dinner for our anniversary and then went to Costco, went to Smith's, went grocery shopping, and just did the adult thing in our usual like routine. And today, like I said, I'm not sure if we're gonna go to the mall, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. And then we have church tonight, and then tomorrow it's Mother's Day, so I'll spend time with my family. I do need to go to Target because I need to get some more of my like Curology cleanser. I don't know if you can really tell, my rosacea's kind of acting up. So right here, I always get the same like bump right here, like dry spot. And whenever I stop using the Curology, that happens. That same spot always comes back. So I need to get that to help with that. I also want to try ഑ⴏᴅ. I forget if it's like a primer or a lotion that I see a account on TikTok that I follow. She always uses it and she really recommends it, so I'm gonna try that. And I've been watching while I was getting ready and like doing my hair and stuff. My hair looks super oily. I need like, I'm out of dry shampoo, which I need to get to. I was watching Sarah Cannon, or I don't know if it's Cannon or Kanan. I think it's Cannon. On YouTube, here on YouTube, I'll tag her down below. She is an author who has several books out, and she's currently working on her like mystery thriller book. She's been talking about her writing process, getting back into writing, all that, and every time I watch her videos, she makes me feel very like motivated and inspired to write. So I have a few minutes while Nick finishes up getting ready. So I came to my computer. I have my cool little keyboard here that I love, and I'm just gonna do some plotting. I'm not actually writing yet. Right now I'm still kind of working through my outline, plotting, figuring out scenes, all that stuff. So I'm gonna work on a little bit of that. Might as well while I have some time and I'm feeling motivated to do so. So yeah, I thought that I would do a little update and I'll show you guys what I'm working on. So one thing I've been doing is I have been using Pinterest a lot, searching like just different like writing things, writing characters, writing story scenes, writing character arcs, writing a fight scene, just different things to kind of get the like juices flowing and get the ideas moving. And so I opened up a whole bunch of Pinterest tabs to just kind of look through and see what like read through and see what kind of grabs my attention and like what comes of it, like what it stimulates in my brain and like what ideas I can get that are like centered towards my story, what I'm writing. So you can see I have a whole bunch of Pinterest. I don't know how well you can see that actually, but I have a whole bunch of Pinterest tabs open. So I'm gonna go through, read through it, just see what sticks, what works for my story, what I can kind of take away from these different tools, what I can save to like come back and reference later. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Not really, like I said, in the writing phase yet. I'm more just kind of in the plotting and planning aspect of it. I do have several scenes written that I need to kind of go through, and my issue right now is getting from like scene A to scene B. I need like those transitional sections in between scenes. So that's what I've been working on lately. And yeah, so I'm gonna go through, like I said, go through these Pinterest pins and see what I find that works for me and take notes and go from there. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's Sunday, now it is Mother's Day. We have a little setup here, my mom's coming over with my siblings and stuff. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's Sunday now. I don't think I've updated in a while. I did do a separate reading vlog this weekend for like alien romance books. So it's like a weekend reading vlog, so that'll be coming as a separate vlog. I don't remember when the last time I updated was, but I did finish A Court of Mist and Fury in this vlog. I finished Beauty Reborn. And I did finish a couple of books for that alien romance vlog. So in total this week I think I finished 4 books maybe, and I'm a good way through a lot of the audiobooks I talked about at the beginning of the week. So those will be transitioning into next week's vlog. Today was a really good day. We celebrated Mother's Day, had my family, my siblings, my parents over. I didn't vlog any of that because I wanted to just kind of spend time with them. But we had a really good time, and it's been a fairly good weekend. Tomorrow back to work, so tomorrow we'll start a new weekly vlog. Hopefully I'll be able to get back into the swing of things, back into the routine of vlogging, and it'll be a little bit more cohesive. But yeah, that is it for now. Thank you for sticking around this long. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please like down below, that really helps a lot with YouTube and the algorithm and all of that. So please like below. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.